Hi everyone, welcome back to Reading to Recover. I'm going to start this video with a quick apology. When I started this channel a month or so ago, I did mention in my first video that I was in the process of finishing my degree, and since then I haven't made any videos, mostly because I got back to uni where I am now in the wonderful city of Liverpool, and I realised actually finishing a degree is hard, so I had a lot of stuff on my plate and unfortunately didn't manage to get any videos made. However, I have now finished. I'm now rolling about being unemployed, not really knowing what to do with my life, so I am back. I thought the best thing to do would be to have a little catch-up video, go through a few of the things that I've read since I last made a video on this channel, and yeah. So the first book that I want to talk about is Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I read this back in April, I think it was, and absolutely loved it. It'd been on my TBR for ages, and it's one of those ones which I picked up immediately, just whizzed through it and was like, why has this been on my TBR so long? Why didn't I just read it to begin with? So much fun, really good historically, and just a nice bit of LGBT rep as well. Just good, read it, good, cool. Another book which I read which is a bit different was Cheer Up Love, Adventures in Depression with the Crab of Hate by Susan Calman. This is her sort of autobiography, talking about her experiences with depression, as well as more of her life story as well. For those that don't know, she's a Scottish comedian. She is gay and has lots of cats, which I think is great because I love cats, even though I'm highly allergic. So anyway, side note, sorry. But yeah, so this is her autobiography. It was really interesting, quite funny in places as well, but also I related to a lot of what she said from my own experience, so it was quite refreshing to read that kind of thing, but it also made it quite hard going because it was quite true to my own experience, which is always kind of a bit hard, especially on that kind of subject. Another book that I read in the past few months is Things a Bright Girl Can Do by Sally Nichols. This had also been on my TBR for ages, and unfortunately because of the time that I read it, I don't think I enjoyed it to its full capacity. It ticks a lot of boxes. It's really, really interesting, a really important time period in history, talking all about suffragettes and also the war in England. This book has class representation, it's got a lesbian romance in it as well, which is really well represented in the history and the time period. But as I say, because my mood was really not good at the time, I was very preoccupied with finishing my degree but also focusing on my own mental health and that kind of thing. It was not a great time for me to read it. I'm hoping maybe I'll get a chance to reread and I'll fully enjoy it, but for that reason I just really didn't. I struggled to get through this book and I don't really know why. Anyway, another book that I read while I was doing my exams because I needed something light-hearted, although it wasn't actually that light-hearted, but anyway, was Skullduggery Pleasant book number 8, which is Last Stand of the Dead Men. This is by Derek Landy. It's a series that I've been following since the first book came out when I was in year 6. It's always been something that I've really enjoyed the world. I think it's really interesting the way that he's managed to develop how the darkness and the sort of horror, I don't know what you'd call it, of the storylines throughout the books. I've sort of grown up and the storylines in the books have grown up alongside me reading them somehow, which I think is really interesting. After the end of my exams, I was still kind of feeling a bit like, I don't really know what to read next, but I finally picked up After the Fire by Will Hill. This is something that my housemate read. She's also a book blogger. She's Bella at Cheesy Feet Books. I can put a link to her blog maybe or something, because that's a thing people do on BookTube, who knows. Anyway, she was raving about this book when it first came out, was like, you must read it, and I never did because I'm just a pain in the bum like that. Anyway, I have since read it and it was amazing. I will be writing a full review on my blog. I will put a link in the bottom here so you can see my thoughts on it and get a bit more info about the book. So these are some of the things that I have read in the past few weeks, months, days, whatever. I'm really hoping I can really get back into booktubing. I say get back into like I've actually done it, but you know what I mean. Fully start my channel, and yeah, let me know any books that you're really excited that are coming up or that you've read recently in the comments below, because I'm feeling a bit out of the loop having been on hiatus, particularly like Pride Month. Obviously we're already quite far into it now, but any good LGBT books that you've read recently that you really enjoyed that you think I should make sure I read. Thanks for being patient with me and still sticking about. Comment, subscribe, like, do whatever you want. Don't do it if you don't like what I've done. Cool. Thanks. Hopefully see you sooner than 3 months' time. Bye.